I would now like to call your attention back to the center of the room to welcome one of our two last spotlight speakers. And of course, if this evening isn't full of motivation enough, our next speaker, Mendoza, is an artist, motivational author owner, and mental health advocate. Please join me in welcoming Medette.
Hi, everybody. I'm going to start off with how I started in high school. And I was very shy in high school. I was intimidated by people in general. And I was so intimidated at school that I ate my lunch in the bathroom. There were many times when I was thinking about committing suicide. We lived right in front of a train station. And I thought to myself, how convenient it is to live in front of a train station if one day I decided, okay, I think it's time to go. And when I had to figure out what I wanted to do in my life, the one thing that really kept me going was music. Whether it was singing, listening to music, playing the piano, and music was something that put me in this like euphoric state, this kind of dream world where no one was around me and it was just pure peace. One of the programs that I was interested in taking in college was musical theater. But because I was so shy, I decided not to apply for that program because the thought of auditioning terrified me. So I didn't end up applying for musical theater. I applied for film and TV production, which is working behind the scenes. So it's still within the entertainment industry that I was gravitated toward, except I wouldn't be in front of the camera, in the spotlight like I am right now. I went to school at Sheridan College, and I studied film. Is anyone from Sheridan here? But woohoo! So yeah, I studied there for 3 years for film and TV production. And I realized that you really have to be outgoing to study in that field, and I was completely the opposite. And I thought, I am not suitable for this program. I don't know. Also living away from home, my family lived in Toronto. It was such a challenge for me that I went through serious depression. And again, the only thing that kept me going was music, and I would write songs in my dorm room to give me that healing and give me that strength to keep going. I almost dropped out of college, but I'm so glad that I stayed because the program really kind of broke me out of my comfort zone. It broke my shell, and I learned to be more outgoing. It really helped build my character. And not only that, I met my best friend in second year, and we're still best friends now at City TV. And then I also interned at E-Talk Daily. It used to be called E-Talk Daily at CTV, so that was a lot of fun. And then I got a job at a film company, a full-time job at a film company. I thought, wow, like my journey is so linear. I just keep going up and up and up, and I'm like, this is great. Until I got laid off. That led me to deep depression and eventually led me to being hospitalized. And it took me 1 full year to fully recover from it. So I was unemployed for the entire year. My bank account was negative at the time, and I was just so desperate for a job. So I ended up getting 2 retail jobs at Eaton Centre in Toronto. Not exactly the dream job for somebody who wants to pursue a career in film and TV. But one day I came across this songwriting course. It was a 1-week songwriting course at Ryerson. And taking that course, even though it was 1 week, it opened a myriad of doors for me. It helped me conquer stage fright. It helped me hone my craft in songwriting, and then it led me to a full-time job for the Songwriters Association of Canada. It dawned on me that I wasn't letting the creative side of me to express itself in the office, like at 9 to 5, and by the time I got home, I was exhausted, so I really didn't have the time and the energy to be creative. And one day, I decided I have to leave, and I didn't have a plan. I just knew that I think it's time to pursue a career in music, because by that time I had built confidence and I wasn't having stage fright anymore. So I left that job. Miraculously, I get a call from an old friend from years ago, and he asked me, "Hey, do you want to be a lead singer for a 14-piece band?" I was like, "Oh, okay." So that phone call was 3 years ago. And ever since then, we've been performing all around Toronto. We performed at Nathan Phillips Square, Roy Thompson Hall, the Beaches Jazz Festival, and we've recorded songs and had our music played on the radio all over Canada. I also perform as a solo artist, so I perform at weddings and charity events and corporate parties. I was telling my table over there that I also dress as Moana for children's birthday parties. So if you ever need a Moana for your little girl, just let me know. I'll give you a card. I just published my first book a couple of months ago, and it's called Antilogy, and it's about my struggles with being diagnosed with bipolar. For those of you who are not familiar with what bipolar is, it's basically you're either very low and you want to commit suicide, or you're very high and you feel like an angel. You feel like you can jump off a building and think that you can fly, like you feel euphoric and happy. It's about my experience dealing with mental illness, but also just as a reminder that we can use all our struggles as a way to build our resilience, build our character. And you can take any struggle that you have, like right now, if you want to think of a struggle that you're struggling with right now, you could take that struggle and you can turn it into something positive, something beautiful. So you could turn it into a song or a painting or something as simple as a positive affirmation or even just a valuable lesson. You could always turn something negative into something positive. So that's what the book is about. One of the things that I want to share with you also is envy. That was something that I struggled with, and I want to remind everybody to not compare yourself with anybody else, because every single person in this room is unique. You're on a unique pathway. You have unique gifts. You know, what you have, I don't have, you know? So we all need each other in that way. I was very suppressed growing up, trying to live up to society standards of what beauty is or what success is, but you define your own success and your own happiness. It's the kind of song you want to listen to when you're discouraged and to remind yourself to believe in yourself and to know that you're not alone. You thought that you were finished. You couldn't carry on. But I know sky's your limit and the night's still young. Come what may, tomorrow isn't promised, but you'll be okay, we got this. As the sky gets dark and the night gets cold and you can't find the spark to ignite your soul, just let me hold. Oh, hold your hand through it all. When it falls apart and you lose control and it gets too hard, then just let me know, I wanna hold. Oh, hold your hand through it all. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to share one more thing. If you ever need encouragement, please contact me, because I realize that after all my adversities, facing depression and anxiety, I realize that that is what my purpose is. It's to help people. So thank you.